Raysha. She's going to talk a little bit today about changing up your workout to Plateau. It sounds like we're getting a lot of questions about that. So Raysha, just talk about what changing up your workout can do.
Now I'm nervous.
Okay.
So a lot of people have been coming to me asking why they're hitting that rut in that plateau. And our body gets used to doing the same thing over and over again. So our metabolism starts to slow down. And when we don't mix in new activities or a new diet or new eating plan or anything like that, we'll stay at that plateau. It's really hard to just kind of pull yourself out of it. So throwing in like a HIIT class or a combat class or a bar class into your regular everyday strength training routine is really beneficial, because you'll not only burn more calories, but you'll help your body kind of wake up again and get out of that plateau, even if it's just for a couple weeks or a month. Once you plateau, you'll spike that metabolism up, and then just kind of continue going on that pace.
Let's say we've got somebody who primarily just lifts weights. What do you recommend?
Stick with your strength training routine. Strength training, weightlifting is great. It's a good calorie burner. It's good for lean or bulking up, whichever you're trying to do. You can kind of tailor your weightlifting routine towards that. But throwing in a HIIT class a couple times a week, or replacing one of your strength training days with that, just to kind of get your body out of that rut and out of the mundane, like same thing every day rut that it kind of gets into. It's nice to mix it up, burn more calories, change it up.
That's okay. What about somebody who takes a class?
Someone who takes, so it's important to go both ways. If your body is used to class, and kind of the high intensity, it's good to get in here and kind of start to lift weights, or get used to more heavy lifting, because you don't really do much of that during class. Although you're burning calories, it's a quick calorie burner, and then you don't really burn much the rest of the day. As opposed to with weightlifting, your body is trying to burn those calories, or your body is burning those calories throughout the rest of the day. So it's not just a 1 hour workout and then you're done. Your body's still continuing to build that muscle and burn the fat throughout the day. So it's nice to have a little bit of both.
Now, with somebody who's hitting a plateau, how long do you recommend they try and change up their workout? Is it really set? I mean, obviously it's probably unique for everybody, but what should they start with?
I would start with grabbing a friend and going for a hike a couple nights a week, especially taking advantage with the weather being warm right now, until it gets into fall, and seeing if that kind of gets you out of your rut. If that doesn't do it, we've got so many trainers in here happy to help people, looking at their diet, looking at their routine, seeing if there's different things like strength training we can mix into that, or picking up a new hobby and playing racquetball or basketball. It's important to kind of have a little mix of everything.
Talk a little bit more about how, obviously we can kind of change up our workout regimen, or just what we do physically. How can we change up our diet a little bit to affect that plateau?
Sure. So I'm a big fan of carb cycling. I know everyone's always heard for years carbs are bad, fat is bad. It's all about protein. Protein is great. Yes, everyone needs protein, and a lot of it, more than they're eating right now. I promise you that. But carbs and fat is also good, because our body needs it for energy. So, and obviously I'm not a dietitian. I can't recommend what people eat. But mixing up, on strength training days, if you have higher carbs, because you're going to burn through that, as opposed to on your HIIT days, kind of doing some carb cycling. So you have lower carbs on your HIIT days, higher carbs on your strength training days. That can help just kind of pull your body out of whatever rut that it's in right now, and kind of get you out of that plateau. Yeah.
you work a little bit with athletes. Obviously, you've got your basketball background, but
Yeah.
what kind of things can, especially young athletes, what kind of things can they be doing to change up their stuff too? Maybe they're,
Sure.
obviously your background's in basketball.
Yeah.
Let's say they've had a couple of bad games.
Yeah.
What can they do to help that performance?
I mean, definitely they can work on like quick footwork drills, some strength training, some endurance. I don't know, if they had a couple bad games because they're getting tired and their body's just worn out. And some explosive drills. I mean, there's so many things that, without knowing exactly what it is we need to work on, there's so many things that you can mix in there. Plyometrics are huge. Yeah, and then just getting your body moving is a big thing. So keeping it moving.
Anything else you want to throw in there? Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.